Alright, everyone. Boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to ICY. I bought this game a year and a half ago. I thought it looked interesting and cool. It's sort of like a choose-your-own thing, like survival type game. I guess you could think of it as like a neo-scavenger, but if all of it was done in like dialogue prompts instead. I've not played it before. After I bought the game, my father's health deteriorated, and it just sort of like got lost and everything else. So I never really tried it. This is my first time launching it. We're gonna run with fantastic graphics. I don't really know how it plays. We're kind of gonna see if this game could even go 2 hours. If it really turns out to be a dud, we'll transition to something else. But I want to try it out, so we'll just see. I've never been this cold in my entire life, by the way. Currently broadcasting this on Beam as part of the Grimith Part 2 marathon. So we have our character. Those are some interesting eyes. This music is reminding me of Fallout Tactics. It's not inherently a good thing. We got our male persona. Got 3 portraits for each. Male and female. Okay. Well, how about this crisp man with the spooky eyes? Alright, so we got body here, which represents fitness, hit points, weight carried, so encumbrance, and useful in different situations. We got mind, which is XP gained, any situation where a quick mind might help. I need to turn the volume from my speakers down because that moaning is really, like, the wind is like, wah! I feel like I'm at a burlesque show, at a Halloween burlesque show. And then word, which is charisma stuff, affects party relationship, and useful in any situation where strong personality is needed. Okay. Then we got various skills that might be exactly what they say on the 10. So we got separate attribute points. I'm going to spread these out evenly, with an extra point in mind. JW offering some advice there. I'll just spread stuff out easily. This is off-core wind porn. And let's see what we're going to do here. I don't exactly know. Melee, the skill of fighting with melee weapons, mostly useful during fights. Properly used a bow during fighting and hunts. Firearms, mostly useful during fights. We got scavenging, which improves loot while decreasing the chance of dangerous events. We've got outright hunting. We've got exploration, which is a skill of traveling and exploring unknown lands. We've got stealth, useful in any kind of situation from fights to narrative events. We got medicine. We got some speechcraft, a lot of special dialogue options, and we got intimidation. So, I'm going to go ahead and invest some experience points across the board here. Wonder how high I can take these skills up to. Okay, so we're kind of at our limit here. And we'll go ahead and upgrade melee a bit, just sort of like defending myself in fisticuffs. There we go. JW has apparently got some experience and practice with this game. Well, now let me exploring the game, see how it goes. Let's go. It has been 2 years since you lost your memory at a freak snowslide incident. Your saviors that day are now your nomad family. I know, Boo Bear. Today is a day just like any other. You are out hunting in the forest with your companion and good friend, Jerome. Okay. Alright, JW. Got it. Is anyone actually familiar with ICY before? Just out of curiosity, I know none of my Steam friends own it. You know, Ryan Finder, that's fair, but I just sort of want to sample and try out various things of the game. You wake up in the woods, surrounded by snow and massive old trees. A cold wind is blowing in your face, and your arms and legs are chilled to the bone. How's the music compared to me now? I wonder if... I clicked out of the game, so the music stopped. Let me see if this actually is in this streaming game. Oh, great. We'll just stay with unlisted game. Okay. No worries. Okay, good. You feel a gentle tap on your shoulder. It's Jerome waking you up. Wake up. A beast took the bait we'd set. He smiles at you and whispers, "Come on, let's go catch it." You feel confused, and the white glowing snow disorients you, but you manage to get on your feet. The old man looks at you with a friendly smile, waiting for your brain to start working again. Those eyes are just unsettling me. Sure did, Lodrin. Just give me a second. Hurry up, we don't have all day. Alright. Just look at that majestic deer. Today might be our lucky day. We'll see. Let's be quiet. Oh, you're damn right. I agree. It's been months since the last time we had deer. Let's get to a better position. Lured by your bait, the deer gets closer. It's a large beast, and it could provide food for your family for several days. Bo, you raise your bow and whisper to Jerome, "I will take the shot." Jerome smiles at you and lowers his bow. "It's all yours, but if you miss, I may have to make another plan for dinner." Success! You slowly draw your bow, pointing the arrow at the deer's head. You hold your breath and shoot. It's a perfect shot, and the deer falls on the snow with a muffled sound. Chat's probably in the wrong place for this game? Why is chat in the wrong place for this game? Chat is covering an image, right? An image of a picture person? Like in the top right corner? Why is that in the wrong place? Do tell me. It's a portrait. What a big deal. Ooh. It's not any of the actual gameplay happening. But now that I've thoroughly belittled you, I will cater to you specifically and your opinion, and we'll try moving into the bottom right corner. We'll see where it goes. Because there might be some empty space that never gets filled over there. Okay. There. Alright, you're right, that's fair. That's fair. I didn't know whether the bottom right corner would be used, for sure. Perfect shot, that's exactly why I wanted you to come with me. Let's go grab our dinner. Jerome starts walking towards the deer's carcass. You get closer to the deer. The snow under the dead beast is slowly turning red. Today's dinner will be a feast. Let's head back. He looks up at the sun. It's not even noon yet. Hector will find some other chores for us to do. You can be sure of that. You tie the deer to a strong pole and head back to camp. Jerome keeps talking the whole way back, clearly excited by the successful hunt. Alright, so we're currently in quest mode here for difficulty. Difficulty was set to be story mode. This is the map screen. Oh, wow, that text is hard to read. Excuse me. Alright, use this button to talk to your companions. Use these buttons to learn more about your quest, your character, your companions, and your inventory. Use this button to access the main menu. There are 4 main resources used to survive as you travel: medicine, food, fuel. You'll take damage each night, and bullets. Not only used for firearms, but also as currency in trades. I know, Boo Bear. What the shit? Good highlight, everyone. Scavenging button will activate when you are in a building. Okay. Take care, man. I presume we're right there. That's us. That's the party. There's Jerome there. He's certainly better at combat than I am. Most certainly with the bow. There's our inventory of stuff. Go ahead and equip these items, I reckon. Got some explosives here. And smoke grenades and incendiary grenades. Holy shit. Oh, looks like I can't equip the crowbar as a weapon. Sorry everyone, my bad. That's what we're doing. Okay. Alright, let's go. I guess we'll take this back to camp. You can already see the tents of your camp. You follow Jerome, then drop the deer. Well, we are going to eat deer for dinner. Jerome smiles and puts his hand on your shoulder. Well, 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 suddenly Goran appears behind you. You brought back a week's worth of food. Where are the others, Goran? You see Hector coming out of his tent. He doesn't seem to be too well. They're hunting south of here. You know Irma. She simply can't stand doing nothing. Neither do I. What should we do now? Well, this deer isn't going to butcher itself. Let's get started and maybe we'll have time for another run. Leave that to me. I'm stuck here anyway because my ankle still hurts and all I can do is limp around. Go for another run. Try to get as much food as possible. There's a long road ahead, and I don't want to lose time on hunting every day. Let's stock up on food now while we can. Okay, Ryan. Thanks. I appreciate it, boss. I'm glad you're there with the riveting hot tips. I'm glad. Okay? I'll totally make sure to stay warm. Alright. Warm in the bathing glory of your comments. Understood, boss. I know the eyes. Jerome loses the sun. We have time, so I guess we could go for another one. Well, at least we won't get bored now with all the... It's a rest. You ought to be mindful of your age. I don't care about being snarky right now. I'm already snarky enough to chat. I know, if I could look like a vampire. No time to get bored, not with all those things to do. I guess it's better than nothing. But don't fall asleep again. I am the old guy. I should be the one allowed to randomly go to sleep. Come on, let's go. You take the lead this time. Hunt until the evening. Neat. That's a button for talking to my companions. Alright. Various things. That's the main menu. Let's go. You get in the zone. Tutorial. Hunt. In order to start hunting, enter a forest area and press the hunt button in the right corner. You are in the dark area of the forest, where the vegetation blocks most of the sunlight. Alright, so... while hunting, you will be able to decide how much time you want to spend to search for prey. The more time you spend, the safer will be your hunt. Success depends on your skill and items. The higher the risk you took, the higher is the chance to put your party in danger. Alright, we'll do an average thing. We'll just spend 4 hours hunting in the forest. Not gonna do 2 hours, we'll do 4. You see a bear lurking around. Oh shit. We're gonna use a bow and arrow to kill the bear. Yeah! Fuck you, bear. The bear wasn't alone. Another one leaps, lets out a ferocious roar, and starts charging at your group. Oh. Well, we'll totally stop the bear with an arrow, right? Your group can't get away fast enough, and the bear attacks furiously. We got 19 damage. Alright, we'll take everything. I know, Boo Bear. I didn't want to shoot the bear. I'm not that good at shooting. You know what, Ryan? As it turns out, you're not playing the game. I'm not retreating. Finally, I need some rest. What a grisly experience. Oh, man. You take a look around the camp. The companions are talking and taking care of dinner. Looks like everyone made it back safely. Goran approaches you. So how did it go? Not too bad. Come near the fire. Dinner is almost ready. You will need it for tomorrow. Hector seems to be eager to move out as soon as possible in the morning. You take your seat near the fire, exchanging greetings with the others. Irma, Goran's wife, starts giving out plates of cooked meat to the group. Let's all be thankful to our hunters for the meat we're about to eat, Hector calls after speaking. Oh, poor Ryan. Will you tell us where we are headed? Not far from here. Tomorrow we will go to a nearby town for scavenging. I hope to find something useful for our upcoming travels there. No, I mean, where are we going to end up in the long run? Where will we spend the winter? We will travel south, far from any common route. We must get away from the plains. Hector calls again. The plains are becoming dangerous, and I'm not talking about the bandit activity. There are rumors that the Red Horsemen, are prowling the area in increasingly growing numbers. Well, what does it mean? I'm tired of traveling without a purpose. We have always stayed in the plains. Why should we travel to unknown lands? Don't worry, it's all snow and cold, just like here. You won't be missing much. Excuse me? I don't care what we do. If the plains have become that dangerous, then we should probably leave. I won't put my children at risk without a reason, and traveling away from any known route is a huge risk, especially when the only thing we know is that we're going south. It would be nice to know a little more what's ahead of us. There's no need to worry about that. We've already been south of here. Jerome looks at you, which you should remember, since that was where we found you. And then what? We'll keep walking? We'll spend the winter there? Exactly. It'll be a hard winter we have to spend it walking on the mantle. I don't want to do that. I have 2 children. Hector seems quite annoyed. I already said that the plains are becoming dangerous. You don't want the Red Horseman clan to attack us and enslave the survivors, do you? It's like we're playing King of Dragon Pass with these damn horsemen. It's better to walk on the mantle for the entire winter than to face them. The sooner we run away, the safer we'll be. Let's see here. We should think about that and come up with a decent plan. Simply running away could get us killed just as well. It's only a possibility. Staying in the plains means certain death. That's why we're taking such a risk. Because a possible death is always better than a certain one. Yeah, let's simply randomly walk around and hope that everything will end up just fine. You can barely breathe right now. We can't rely on luck to survive. We need a plan. Hector's quite angry now. We're not walking away around without a purpose. We're running away from certain death. I know, Boo Bear. And I'm sorry if I'm unable to foresee what's coming, but we have more of a chance to survive without shelter for winter than by finding one of the plains just to be attacked by the horsemen. Do you think I'm unable to see the risk we're running into? Do you actually think I'm an idiot? We have no... A violent coughing fit chokes out Hector's words. I know, right? Perhaps the mantle is like this hilly, like, slash mountainous area, so that the horsemen can't pursue. It'd be easier on the icy plains. Take it easy, pal. We need you alive, despite what Irma says. Hector waits a moment before speaking again. We are going south because I think it's our best chance of survival. End of discussion. Nothing of importance happens for the rest of the evening. You eventually go to bed to prepare yourself for the next day. I know, Quinn. I'm doing my part. You wake up in the morning hearing voices coming from outside. Hector and the others are preparing the plan for the day. Okay, people, we will now spread out in pairs and search for anything useful in that small town over on yonder somewhere. Be especially on the lookout for any tools. Like you, Hector? Oh! Irma will stay here with the children and guard our stuff. If anything happens, scream. I will go with Jerome. Goran, you go with Mark. Hector turns to you, and you will go with Demetra. I hope it won't be a waste of time, Goran puts on his backpack. I'm tired of seeing only empty buildings. We need anything in particular besides tools? Is there anything we need to know about this place? It's an ancient town, so there's a lot of buildings here. I hope we can find something to scavenge. Something left behind. We need anything in particular besides tools, Hector? I know, Ryan. Tools and anything we can sell are used, but I won't complain if you bring back an assault rifle. Okay, let's go. Oh, you'll follow my lead. Fantastic. Let's go, boss. I should have looked at what she was good at. Okay. I'll do that. Find a small town. While scavenging, you will be able to decide how much time you want to spend to search for useful items. Alright. Let's go ahead and spend an average amount of time. My character's a decent scavenger, I think. I don't know about Demetra, though. After looting the few interesting items you manage to find around the village, you see a derelict apartment complex. Its stairs are totally destroyed. Let's try to climb up the icy railing. Successfully get on the upper floors and manage to explore the building, where we find a number of goodies, including some binoculars, a sewing kit, and a frying pan. Alright, we'll have it all. Go back before the sunset. We'll see what we can do. What are you good at, Demetra? Okay. Yeah, we got some stuff. Trinkets. Items. Prizes. I like stuff. Let's head on back. I know. A shame that this is not Left 4 Dead 2, right? You reach the camp after a few hours. Goran spots you from a distance and raises his hand in greeting. You can see sadness on his face. Oh, jeez. Did something happen to Jerome? I will skullfuck you, buddy. What is going on? Oh, it's Hector. It's not easy to say. Goran takes a deep breath. Hector is badly sick. He passed out a few hours ago. He's in his tent now, barely able to breathe. He didn't seem that sick. Dumb, but not that sick. He's a proud bastard, probably put on his best face and refused to admit how bad he really felt. You see Jerome coming out of Hector's tent, his face painted with suffering. As far as you know, he and Hector had been good friends for a long time. People gather around Hector's tent in silence. Mark finally asks the question on everyone's mind. How is he? In that same moment, Irma comes out of the tent. Jerome sighs. It's over. There was nothing we could do. Oh my God, why didn't he say a thing about his health? You know Hector. He wanted to get away from the plains, and he didn't want anything to stop us. Goran stays silent for a minute, then he raises his head and speaks again. I will prepare the body for the funeral. You should go and take some rest. People scatter around while Jerome comes near you and sighs again. The two of you are alone now. I met Hector more than 20 years ago, and yet he said nothing. Not to anyone, not to me. He just died and left a mess behind him. Tomorrow we'll need to vote for a new leader, and that is going to be total chaos. Everyone will bicker. I bet Irma will go crazy again and threaten people while screaming like a lunatic. Don't worry, Jerome. We'll get through this mess. We will, as we always do, but it won't be easy. Rough times are ahead of us. I need to be alone. Call me when Goran is finished with the pyre. Jerome walks away and sits down outside the camp. After some time passes, you are called by Demetra. Look at all the fuel we're burning for this man. Oh my God. Wasteful. Rude. Everyone gathers around a big stack of wood. After making sure that all are present, Goran throws a lit torch on the pyre, slowly setting it ablaze, shrouding Hector's body in a dance of bright flames. I think that this moment is an opportunity for me to run another giveaway while the game is taking place. This will be for the game Pizza Express, a Steam serial key. So if you're interested in that, and I'll conclude it in a few minutes, you can go ahead and type !Grimness. I will whisper the key to you if you win. Hopefully the key will work. Some of these keys are pretty damn old. It won't function properly. Jerome says nothing. The sadness on his face is unmistakable. He just stands in front of the pyre, and stays there even after everyone else is gone. You're tired, and so you proceed to your tent, hoping to get a decent night's sleep. But a terrible scream wakes you up in the middle of the night. You see strange lights through the fabric of your tent and hear the noise of hooves stomping the ground. There are also sounds of gunfire. You are under attack. Of course, we're missing a little bit of hit points. During the night, your group gets attacked by mysterious bandits. Fights consist in 2 different phases: when to move back or forward and how to attack your enemies. Alright, let's do this. Let us throw it the fuck if down. Engage enemy in melee fight. Yaw! Okay. Alright, boss. Alright. Got it. That's all you needed to say. You get pushed away from the first line and 2 enemies move towards you. Let's use my bow to take them down. Alright. We need to fall back here. Well. You feel weak and aching. I guess that might have been like a story fight, I suppose. You try to crawl on the ground, but each move causes your body to explode in pain. You try to stay awake, but soon your willpower weakens, and you pass out. After that, there is only darkness. You don't know how long you stay unconscious. Strange dreams creep into your dormant mind, dreams of a different place, a different time. You see a shiny tower rising up towards the sky, a piece of technology you've never seen in the White Wasteland, technology belonging to an ancient, broken world. During the dream, you hear a familiar voice. It's Jerome, and he's calling you, asking you to wake up. You finally understand that you're dreaming, and the sudden realization brings you back to the waking world. Hey, wake up. Are you okay? I don't know, dude. Like, Jesus. Alright, Larian. Hey, buddy. How's it going, Larian? You're a winner, Larian. There you go, buddy. And do let me know if that key works. I expect it should, but just out of curiosity. I won't give you another one if it doesn't work. I just want to know. Because otherwise people could lie to me and say the keys don't work. My head hurts, my body too, but I think I'll survive. That's good. We're in a bad situation. You better be ready for anything. You look around. The morning sun blinds you at first, but then you're able to see that you and your mates are sitting on the ground, tied up. I've played Pizza Express before. I do think it's pretty fun. You're not the only prisoners, as there are other people here that seem to share your situation. Armed bandits are guarding the area. You can see many tents scattered around, so it's difficult to assess how many of them are there. How many of them are there? Running away. Well, damn it, Larian. Broken dreams. Tell you what, Larian. You know what? I trust you. Because I know you, Larian. We're going to try giving you another one. There you go. Try that one. Again, folks, these keys are old keys. Like, I received these from publishers 7, 8, 9, 10 months ago. Some of them. And I just didn't do anything with them. As I already had the games. Alright, you're welcome. That's Dungeon Souls. Oh, you will never escape. We tried, but there's too many of them. They have horses and guns. If they want us alive, I fear we will all soon be slaves. They have to keep their eyes on more people now, so it shouldn't be hard for us to find an opening. I won't be beating again just because one of you wants to do something stupid. They'll beat all of us, Joseph, but what should we do? Just wait here and be sold as slaves? Long story short, we tried to run away during the night. They found us and beat the shit out of us. End of story. I'll take care of that. I'll find a way to set us free. Unless you have a freaking brilliant idea, I'd prefer not to get beaten again either. Screw you, I'd rather die than be a slave. We're leaving. I don't know how, but we're leaving. Sure. I'm really curious to see what you will do. A bandit approaches you and starts shouting, "Shut the fuck up, all of you! We're moving now. Prepare yourselves. It's gonna be a long walk." You and all the other prisoners start walking, with your hands tied along the bandit's caravan. You're constantly under watch and unable to find a way to break free. Day after day, you become resigned to your fate. The bandits are watching you all the time, and they don't even allow you to talk among yourselves. You barely get to know the ones who share your ordeal. Carlos and April are a couple, and they were in the same group as Joseph when they got attacked and kidnapped. There's a young girl, Eva. She seems sad and never speaks. The only thing you're able to discover is that the bandits killed her family. But finally, after walking for several days through the White Plains, something happens. The bad thing is that it doesn't look like something good. Not at all. You see 3 people peacefully approaching the bandits. They don't look like common survivors. Even the bandits who assaulted you, despite their abundant resources, are not that well equipped. Polished and shiny weapons, high-tech equipment. All the bandits look at these 3 people with reverence and awe. You've never seen anyone so well equipped, walking through the wasteland. One of the masked soldiers speaks up in a feminine voice. "Proceed with the tests and let's move on. We have no time to waste." "I'm sure they're good. Some of the prisoners are young and healthy. They'll be perfect for your needs." The one slowly turns to face the bandit and stands still for a couple seconds in an intimidating silence. "We'll see." They approach you and the other prisoners and start using medical equipment to take some of your blood. They take a sample from each one of you. They walk away, and after a few minutes they come back again. The mysterious woman looks at Goran and Irma and then nods at her 2 companions. "We'll take those 2 and their children. They're the only ones we're interested in. Do what you want with the others. We have no use for them." They walk away, taking Goran, Irma, and their children with them. Jerome tries to stand up on his feet in protest, but he gets kicked in the stomach and falls to the ground. The mysterious strangers leave with your companions in tow. While they disappear into the mist, the bandits order you to get on your feet and start walking. And so you're walking, just like any other day, with armed guards all around you. But then you hear some bandits shout. You turn to see what's happening. When's the horsemen coming? The Oracle speaks! Oh, man. At least 30 horsemen are charging the bandits, quickly descending from the top of a small hill. They're wearing red. These are the Red Horsemen, raiders and pillagers, feared in the entire region. The bandits start shooting at them, but the horsemen rapidly reach your position and engage your captors in close combat. Jerome lets out a shout, "Let's go, now!" Then he breaks into a sprint. You and the other prisoners attempt to escape while the bandits are too busy worrying about their own lives. As you keep running away from your captors, you hear the sounds of bullets whizzing by you. One of those bullets hits Joseph in the chest, and he falls to the ground. April stops running and kneels by her companion's body. "Joseph! Joseph, please stand up!" What the hell? I'm feeling benevolent. I'm feeling generous. Let's drag her away. While you pull April away from the dead body of her former companion, you hear Carlos's voice. "April, run! He's dead! Run!" You're still being shot at, but the bullets pierce the snow around you without hitting anyone. You're too far away to be an easy target. You see the entrance of a tunnel ahead of you, and your group runs towards it. Your captors are now far behind, still busy fighting the horsemen. You take a last look behind and see no one coming after you. The tunnel is quite long, but after a few minutes, you finally see the light and feel the cold wind coming from the outside. You can view the world map by pressing M while traveling around the world. Good map. Alright. Yeah. Looks great. It's like a valley here. So go south to escape from the battlefield where you escape from the bandits. Alright. Got my character here. Yeah. We got our party. That consists of 5 other individuals. Neat. We got our inventory. We were allowed to keep all of our stuff, everyone. The bandits didn't take our stuff away. Good work, bandits. I'm not good. No, I'm not that good at shooting, alas. Not particularly awesome at anything. I don't know how high the skill levels go in this game. Oh, shit. No. No. You spot an old house and tell everyone to get inside. You should be safe and able to rest here, at least for a time. Well, we can stay here for the night. I don't think they'll be coming after us. Of course, it's like day 2, 6 in the morning now. I know, JW. Hey, Summer. Fine, let's see if there's something useful in this place. The group starts to scavenge inside the building. It looks like someone's shelter, but has clearly been abandoned years ago. You find some useful supplies, such as a couple of handmade bows and arrows, some very rusty blades, and 3 bandages that seem clean enough to be useful. While Demetra is preparing a fire, you see Eva speaking up. What shall we do now? Tomorrow will get as far from here as possible. It's the safest thing to do.
I don't think I'll be able to keep running like we did today. You can leave me here. I can take care of myself.
She might not actually be that young, but I've now decided to use that voice for her. While Eva is talking, Jerome motions you to come closer. You then turn your attention again to the girl. Why would you say that? We never abandon someone just like that. I'm not a child. I'm more than capable of taking care of myself. I'm sure of that, but that doesn't mean that you need to be alone. Life out here is easier with someone watching your back. Eva lowers her eyes and waits a few seconds before answering. Fine, but I don't want to be treated like a child. I'm old enough to deserve some respect. And you will have it, I promise you. Now let me go talk to my friend. He seems to be on edge. Okay, and thank you for being nice to me. I'm tired of people that only see me as a little kid. There it is. It's cooked, served, delicious. Summer. She turns away and goes to sit near the fire. You can finally approach Jerome, who seems eager to talk to you. Now listen to me and listen carefully. You know how it works with families and new people. We are here with 3 strangers, but the girl is clearly too young to have any authority on this matter. Demetra and I will just pretend that you are our leader already. The tradition is that the newcomers accept the family leadership, and we can't tell them that our leader died the same day the bandits attacked us. We'll treat them as new members of our family, and since there's an actual leader, that Carlos guy won't argue with that, or at least I hope so. Are you okay with this? Why me? Why not you, old man? Like... Me? Nah, I'm too old for that, and I don't have the strength to be the leader. You've proven to be a resourceful person. You'll do just fine. Just remember to listen to old Jerome's advice, will you? Now let's go talk to our new companions. When everyone is gathered around the fire, Carlos begins what will be a long discussion. So what now? Do we know where we are? Yes, this is the Vale, a relatively enclosed territory, not so far from where we got caught. And what shall we do now? I suppose we have to choose a new leader, don't we? It won't be necessary. We will welcome you as newcomers and you will accept our current leader. I can assure you that you won't regret this choice. So we are the newcomers now? I can accept that, but know that I won't shut up just because you say so. We want to be treated fairly. You will be treated like everyone else. I hope so. So what shall we do now? Our friends are in the hands of some mysterious, incredibly well-equipped fighters who deal with local bandits for reasons unknown. It does seem like personal combat might end up being a thing that comes up, though, JW. So it might not be able to rely on speechcraft for everything. We need to track them down and hopefully save them. That won't only allow us to free our friends, but also to discover who those people are and where they get their awesome equipment. They had everything that a survivor needs, and then some. I'm getting old, and it would be nice to finally live a decent life. But the direction is unknown to us. We can't just ask everyone we meet if they have seen some super soldiers passing by. They might be one of those mercenary groups. They're usually... This guy looks so cheerful, doesn't he? Ah, yeah, I'm happy. Ah. They're usually rich and well-equipped. We may not want to deal with them at all, actually. Ah. We can't ignore the fact that their friends were kidnapped either. The first thing we need to do is ensure our survival. We have nothing right now. We can't face high-tech soldiers without some decent equipment and lots of supplies. I agree with that. It's crazy to start tracking a group of killers with only a couple of handmade bows. We need to get back on our feet. Yeah, but we can do that while searching for them. I'm not saying we should do anything stupid. Just look for them and our friends. I have a friend not too far from here. He lives in a settlement called the Wind Tower. He's a weapons trader, and maybe he'll know more about them. He deals with special stuff too, so if those mercenaries are locals, he may know them. How far is this place? No more than a couple days from here, I'm pretty sure of it. People keep talking. You quickly discover that April and Carlos are good company. Eva's a little more silent, but she seems to know enough about survival not to be a problem for your group. You'll be able to talk privately with your companions using the button at the left top of the map screen. Oh boy, I can talk privately with my companions. Brr. I can also save the game. We haven't done that before. Yeah, we got game saves. Yeah. Brr. I mean, look at this man, though. Just look at him. Look at how fucking friendly he looks. We need a closer look at this man's face. Time out. This is important. Let's see here. Herp. Herp. I mean, how can you not trust a face like that? Started about 40 minutes ago. I don't have symmetrical eyes. Ryan. It's great. Alright. I guess I'm gonna stop scraping the fucking icing off this plate. Let me go ahead and put this aside. We'll take that downstairs later. That's right, Otaku Shout. Chocolate cake is important. Nom, 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 nom. Let me go ahead and get rid of that wonderful happy face there. Alright. So we are back, I suppose. We'll play a bit dicey. Before I do, how's it going, Otaku Shout? How you doing this morning? How's it going? Alright, alright. What are you going to be playing today, Otaku? How do I scroll around on this map? That's a good question. Aha. I went cake, though. That's understandable. Suppose I can try looking at the talk privately to people button. What brings you to Old Jerome? Let's go ahead and ask about the veil. Of course. Well, I'm glad you're squeaking in some time, cheating on the folks who ever so diligently are faithful, and hoping that you'll pop on just to come in here and see hi. This game is called ICY. I've never played it before. We're still in, I think, almost like a tutorial sort of section. It's got like this apocalyptic wasteland feel to it, only it's all icy hell, instead of like a beat-down desert. What can you tell me about this place? I'm not going to ask too much about story because I want to see more of the gameplay, but I figure I'd just sort of like look around with the companions and ask a bit about the questions. Because we do have a small window of time where I'll be playing this game today. You take care, Kisk. I'll talk to you later. Pleasure having you in chat. Yeah, it's got a I can show you like the attributes and skill system. Take care, Shaman. So, bits of story and detail about the Veil. It's quite enclosed, and I zoomed down on the map and it's like a valley-type area. Real secret is that most people in the Vale are poor. Alright? What do you think about our mission? It's completely screwed up. We risk throwing ourselves on a suicide mission, but at the same time, we can't just abandon our companions. We need to gather items and supplies while tracking down those super high-tech mercs. Yes. A happier game. All that's needed to kill a human is a properly placed bullet, but we need to be able to shoot that bullet. We'll go ahead and leave. So our character, I just chose like a fairly average character build because I've never played the game and I didn't know exactly what to look out for. I've also gained some experience points. So we've got like these 3 attribute characteristic areas, like body, mind, and like a spirit type thing with talking. And we got a variety of different skills that I spread out our starting experience points into. The only thing I didn't really do anything with was firearms. But I just sort of like wanted to explore and experiment with the game. I typically am not someone who does like an even build, but I've never played the game before, so I figured what the hell. We'll just see where it goes. Also, this character still really looks like a spooky fucking vampire to me. Those eyes are off-putting, man. We shot a bear with a bow. Climbed up on some icy railings. And we have some other friends that we can talk to, but I don't care about talking to these people. I don't really know what I want to level up either. Might be firearms. Because, shooting kind of seems like it might be a thing in some cases. Oh, we do have an inventory now. Of more stuff. Where's this bow at here? Okay. I like this. Crude bow actually does more damage than the old pistol does. Alright. We can work with that. Alright, these are the items that we'll equip. We have a variety of other knickknacks that we found. Hello, game speaker. Hello. Welcome to ICY. Let's keep going then. I'll think about what I want to spend my skill points on later. While traveling with your party, you suddenly hear... I really do like the aesthetic in this game. I like the art style. I do like how the text appears, except on like some of the explanatory text. It's white text on a white background, which is just rude for my eyes. As you get closer, you can identify the strange sounds as human voices. A group is arguing animatedly near an old house. It doesn't actually look that bad. Most of them are armed with melee weapons, but the one that seems to be leader has a gun in his right hand. Well, I guess we're talking to them. I guess. You slowly walk towards the group. As soon as they spot you, the man with the gun approaches you and addresses you in a friendly manner. "Ah, greetings, traveler. I don't know what brings you here, but since you haven't attacked us, it seems that you've come in peace, am I right?" Despite his friendly demeanor, the man keeps his gun drawn. Yes, you are. What brings you here to the middle of nowhere? We are tracking a dangerous criminal. The man is a ruffian who's killed 3 of our comrades, and now he's hiding inside that house. Alright, yeah. I've certainly have been on YouTube for quite some time, so it wouldn't be impossible that you've seen me. There's a YouTube channel link below my portrait, that would take you there. You might figure out if you've actually seen me before. I know it does seem a little suspicious, DW. There's no, perception skill, though. Now he's hiding inside that house. Can you help us deal with him? He's armed and dangerous, and we can use all the help we can get. Suddenly you hear a deep voice come from the house. "Won't be necessary. I'm coming outside to let you finish your job." A massive black man emerges from the house, carrying a little girl in his arms. You can clearly see the blood dripping to the ground from the child's body. The armed man and his people raise their weapons and draw back in fear. The large man comes closer, and you see an expression of despair on his face. "Are you happy now? You took the life of my little girl, and now you can take mine too. How glorious and noble you are. Shut up, you filthy dog. You killed 3 of my people. You brought this upon yourself." The man falls to his knees and slowly lays the girl's body on the snow. Yeah, Fluffy. I mean, I was joking about this with Otaku whenever I was typing to him yesterday. It's like, if there's anything that culture and games and movies have taught me, and books, is that you can always trust the person who tells you that you're trustworthy. It'd be like if you're playing a role-playing game. Hey, are you a good person? And like the chaotic evil person's like, yeah, I'm totally a good person. Mm-hmm. Yep, absolutely. Totally straight line, good person, you can trust me. Mm-hmm. Yep. Man falls to his knees and slowly lays the girl's body on the snow. She's been shot in the chest. Why don't you tell them the whole story? Tell them how you attacked us. Tell them what you wanted to do with us. Tell them how you wanted to sell us as slaves. Pay no attention to his words. He's lying. He's a lying coon thug, and he needs to pay for his actions. Demetra's silent, but she's clearly appalled by the scene. You're right. Murderers deserve no mercy. That's why we're going to kill you all instead. What? Are you crazy? What does that mean? Sounded pretty clear to me. We're going to get rid of you, vermin. The black man jumps to his feet and smashes the leader of the slaves with incredible force. Then he grabs his gun from the ground and starts shooting. All right, we're going to engage in a melee fight with our crude, rough knife. Not knight. Damn it. Let's go. Yeah. You see an enemy running away from the fight. You motherfucker. You don't escape from me. Wrecked. Let's go. Hostile horseman is charging in your direction. I could fight him in close combat. I don't think my character is quite some of the role-playing characters I've had in the past. Like Brienne Caladan, who launched up at like a horseman. This is in the Song of Ice and Fire role-playing setting. So there's this Dornish knight charging like her family, and she like leaps up, grabs the knight off his horse, and slams him down and breaks his neck. I don't think my character's quite capable of doing that like she is. So I'm, this seems like a terrible... I'll try using my gun. Yeah! I know, Bree was one of my top 5 favorite characters. I was talking to Manikai about that. Enemies run away from you. The fight is over. You take a moment to look around. Your companions are mopping up the fools who didn't escape when they had the chance. The fight is over, and the black man is standing idle, with his hands and clothes covered in blood. Not really a question I can answer right now, Quinn. He's looking at the little girl's body without emitting a single sound. I'm not gonna fucking, like... No. Oh, no. The man doesn't move for several seconds, and the situation makes you feel uneasy. When you're about to say something, he finally speaks up. Thank you, stranger, for what you did. They took everything from me. Everything. What will you do now? I will bury my beautiful child, and there I will stand, watching over her, until I die. Or maybe you can come with us, live another day, and find something else to live for. What you say isn't wrong, but I no longer have any reason to push forward. You have nothing to lose but your life. Maybe it's wiser to see what lies ahead before killing yourself. The man comes closer and looks you in the eyes. He's at least a foot taller than you, and his shoulders are incredibly wide. So be it. There's wisdom in your words, but please let me give my little girl a proper burial. The man leaves, taking the girl's body with him. After some time, he returns and turns to you. My name is... We're going to call you Mobo. I like that. Come along, Mobo. Stranger, and I will do my best to help you and your companions. I don't know you, but you tried to do the right thing, and that's enough for me. I will do everything that's necessary for the survival of this group, but I have a single request. Please, respect my mourning, and don't ask me to tell you about what happened. Or better yet, just pretend nothing happened at all. Understood. Welcome to our family, Mobo. I hope you will find peace traveling with us. Alright. Got Mobo here. Cure. Some folks have taken a little bit of damage, but we're looking alright. Understandably, Mobo here is pretty damn good at melee. Makes sense. I like the writing as well, Fluffy. Yeah. Yeah, man, I liked how there was different options there, too, but, I chose a path that I felt comfortable with taking right now today. Let's go. You find the town and start looking around. There aren't a lot of buildings here. The place seems relatively unspoiled. Well, absolutely, Fluffy. Jerome comes near you and lowers his voice to a whisper. Go with Carlos and April. Watch how they behave. Then he turns around and addresses the rest. We'll split into groups and go search for supplies. Check the buildings that aren't too damaged or look like they've been looted 100 times over. I will take the northern area with Eva and Demetra, our fantastic boss. You son of a bitch, Jerome. You fucking... You kidding me? I can't read that in any other way but sarcasm. Our fantastic boss will go with the lovely couple to check the southern part of town. I want to go with the lovely couple. Fine by me. Are we looking for something in particular? Tools. Anything to make our life easier, or some luck we might find something valuable to sell too. Weapons. We'll grab anything we can. Let's look for tools. Okay, let's not waste our time checking those buildings there, though this one looks promising. You spend some time searching around the structures, sadly without the proper tools like a flash... We have a crowbar. We have a crowbar. We have a crowbar. I know it. It's in my inventory. I've seen it. I just looked at it. It's there. Don't you fucking sass me, Gabe. I know the crowbar is there. Don't you fucking... We have a crowbar. It's next to the binoculars and the lockpicks. It's actually Raven Bar. Shit! Damn you, off-brand! You know what? You want to talk about favorite streams? Okay, so... whenever I initially migrated to Beam, I've been checking out a variety of broadcasts, and there hasn't been a person whose broadcast I've enjoyed, or a person who I've talked to as much as I have as Otaku Shout right there. I've, both yesterday and the day before, I've spent like a total like 5-ish hours just typing to him, just talking to him about a lot of different things. He's a variety broadcaster who primarily does some wrestling shows, BCW, on his channel, but he also does some web shows with another broadcaster, Tidy, here on Beam. He's a very laid-back and enjoyable individual. I do recommend watching him as a way to relax. Great fun. You spend some time searching around the structures, sadly without the proper tools, like a flashlight or a Raven bar. It's not easy to find a place that hasn't already been completely eluded. While you're walking across the road, you hear April calling out for you and Carlos. Guys, come over here. I found something interesting. You see April standing among some trees near the border of the town. She's pointing her finger towards a building hidden by the grove. It's a strange-looking building, but it seems to be intact. Since it's out of sight, you get your hopes up that maybe it hasn't been looted yet. Or at least, not completely. Well, that looks promising. Hey, let's take a look inside. You get closer to the building and reach for the door handle. You slowly open the door and allow the light to come inside. I do like the art style and the aesthetic for this game. Like, that was part of what inspired me to buy it 1.5 years ago, and I'm glad to see that past Grimith wasn't disappointed. I don't know about that. That's, I don't do much of a whole shout-out thing, but I really have enjoyed the time I spent just watching you not just play like, or play your BCW show, but also just like the insight you have, just like talking and chatting and relaxing with you. If you're into like wrestling, like professional wrestling, if you're into anime, you can do stuff with him. He's going to be branching out into later broadcasts. He's in the UK, so he does broadcasts around this time. But he's thinking about doing like some later broadcasts as well. Anyway, the interior is full of dust and dirt. It looks like it's been decades since anyone has been here. Searching around, you discover the building's last inhabitants, mummified bodies of ancient soldiers who probably sought refuge. He played Dragon Ball Xenoverse back on Tuesday for a while. Sought refuge from the war. It seems the corpses haven't been disturbed since the soldiers passed away. Maybe they were wounded. Maybe they ran out of food. Whatever the case, almost all of their flesh is gone, making it impossible to tell how they died. Oh my god, are they ancient people? Well, like military clothes, no smokes, no equipment. Take care, Ryan. Heavily decomposed bodies. Yes, they're either ancients or some of the first survivors. Well, I don't know whether we should expect the bodies right now. But hey, maybe they'll animate, turn to skeletons. It seems like we should like check out the rest of the house first, but we'll take a look at the bodies. The bodies aren't much more than skeletons with slight remnants of rotten flesh. You start searching through their belongings, hoping to find something useful. They look like soldiers, but I see no weapons around here. Somebody must have already looted this place. Hopefully not, Chad. Maybe it was a long time ago. Perhaps they missed something. You spend some extra time thoroughly searching the bodies and their possessions. Finally, you discover 24 bullets and 3 pistols. They're a bit rusty. They still work. Finally, some luck! I mean, they're no assault rifles, but at least we'll be able to shoot back at anyone who comes at us guns blazing. Their backpacks will be useful, too. Not that I enjoy the back pain at the end of the day, but we have nothing else to carry this stuff right now. Let's search about the main room. The room is large and full of dust. There's no furniture, only the various, bodies. The various bodies, all consisting of 2. Couldn't work, Grimith. Go to math. Assault rifle. You go through the door on the other side of the room and find yourself in a smaller area. There's some strange electrical equipment connected by tangles of wires here. It appears as if you could remove some parts from the device, but it's hard to tell if they would be worth of anything to anyone. Let's go ahead and scavenge. We have some decent scavenging. You manage to remove some electrical parts and put them in your backpack. Afterwards, you walk away from the device. Let's go ahead and go. Well, I guess we didn't waste our time. You spend some more time searching around town as you make your way back to the center. Once there, you wait for the others' return. It's not too long till you see the others come back. It looks like they may have found something, too. It also seems like the writing is not including our big, beefy friend, perhaps because it wasn't quite sure whether we'd actually have him. So, how'd it go? We got lucky. Our fearless Eva right here snuck through a little hole into one of the buildings and found some useful things inside. I've told you I'm a
capable survivor. Besides, I had a good teacher.
Now that I've chased off 50 viewers... I'm sure you did. Jerome smiles at the girl. Anyway, she found some handy stuff in there. An old gun, a decent crowbar, and some rope. There wasn't much else to get, but I did manage to grab some medical plants I'd spotted. They're good for healing wounds. Hey, we found 3 pistols that seemed to be in working order. Then after a little more searching around town, we managed to find some lockpicks. Hey. That's right, Larian. Not bad. Now we can travel feeling a little safer than before. We're done here. Let's go. I know, Pure Black Haze. Praise the scholars, right? You stuff everything you found into the backpacks and walk away from the town. Some optimism in the group finally shows through. So here's our electrical parts. They've got some nice value. A value of 20 by the looks of things. Got a sewing kit. Got some binoculars. We got some fur. We've got 2 crowbars now. Or our raven barn or crowbar. We've got a number of lockpicks. We got a rope. You can hang yourself if things go badly. Fuck you too, game. Damn. Game's got some sass. Weapons-wise, using the best knife we've got right now. We got 2 smoke grenades, 2 incendiaries, and 2 explosive grenades. Along with an old pistol. Is that one? No, this one's better. I know. Like, it was actually reminding me about the Snark from Executive Suite that we played earlier. Like, jeez. That doesn't look like anything else. Weapon of exceptional tool. Weapon of at least one renowned hero. Okay. And if you're interested in seeing how the veil looks, if you weren't around for that, that's our veil right there. Yay. Looks pretty. Again, I do like the artwork and the aesthetic of this game. Yes, Larry, that's exactly who. Go to the Wind Tower and talk to Robert, Jerome's friend, who may know something about the high-tech bandits that kidnapped your friend. It looks like the Wind Tower right there, Chief. Let's go ahead and save the game. Yeah. We got about another 50 minutes that we'll be playing of this. I am enjoying this game thus far. Hasn't been disappointing. Obviously burning through supplies there. Food and fuel. If fuel runs out... Oh. A strange spectacle appears before your eyes. On a tree, stuck among the branches, there are 2 fresh survivor bodies deadly impaled. They were carrying some stuff and they probably fell from the near cliff. Alright, chat. We'll get you involved again. Tell you what. I'll give you 60 seconds to vote for that. Oh, what a surprise. What a fucking surprise. Oh, let me go ahead and restart my chat window. Close that. Reset the increased font size through the code. When has chat been wrong? Oh yeah, when has chat been wrong? It certainly wasn't like we played Executive Suite and the group lost or anything. Oh no, wouldn't have happened, no. No, nor have they ever tried to forward things that worked out horribly. Okay, looks like we're gonna jump on the tree and try to take all the bags. You climb the tree, but when you're about to reach the bags, the branch collapses. You can now take all the bags, but falling hurts. Okay, well, we got plenty of food. We took a little bit of damage, though. Tragic. We also got enough experience points that we could upgrade sort of anything I want to. Our melee skill looks like it's being increased because of our weaponry, I suppose. So I'm not exactly sure what it is that I want to upgrade. I thought about firearms. Based on what I've seen, though, I'm kind of torn between Speechcraft and Bow. I think I'll bump up Speechcraft. And then maybe take... We'll save the other 2 points. Let's go. Because we've done quite a few Speechcraft checks. Music here is kind of eerie. Alright. Let's go ahead and meet the local leader here. The local leader, Maximilian, lives in a big house not too far from the tower. You ring the bell by the door, and after a minute or so, he comes over to welcome you. Oh, greetings, travelers. How can I help you? Mind a few questions? I don't have much time. You want to chat? Feel free to talk to my citizens, unless it's something important. Thought I was supposed to... Maybe it's just Jerome's friend, and it wasn't the leader of the Wind Tower. How's the situation here? Pretty good, I'd say. We have pretty much everything under control, and, well, having electricity is amazing. Do you have any work? Work? Ancient cities. There's a city with a big church not far from here. Let me show you the place on your map. We could really use some sacred objects from there. Anything you'd find. Books, crosses, icons, all of it. The more you bring me, the higher the reward you'll get. We need faith more than anything in these dark days. The days aren't dark because you have electricity. Oh, also, we're going to have train co-commentary on here. Unless they're just testing out the signals at the railroad track crossing. They might just be fiddling with the signals. No, there's definitely a train coming. Anyway, who else we got here? We can go to the local inn. You enter a big building with a glowing sign on it. There are only a few people scattered around the tables, most of which are locals, passing their time eating and drinking. The place is well lit. Now get that man some science. The place is well lit and filled with the pleasant smell of food. We could approach the girls sitting alone. God, those eyes, man. They still fuck with me. That's right, Train. Hello, Game Speaker. That's right, Train. Welcome, Game Speaker, back. Who's a good Train? That's you. Yes, it is. I give you my microphone, but many of my longtime viewers, for whatever reason, enjoy Train. That's right, Train. You did it. Who's a good Train? That's you. Yes, some people have dreamy eyes, bedroom eyes. Then there's this fine individual right here. So let's talk to the innkeeper. While you're approaching the counter, the innkeeper... Oh my god. This guy. This guy. This guy has the best face. Look. Oh my god. I'm so envious of this man's face. I'm sorry, but I do enjoy the artwork in this game. And fucking seriously, that face. Hey there, Steel Shadow. Like, are you kidding me? I know we're not focusing too much on the gameplay right now, but damn it, this is important to me. This man is the most interesting. He does look a little like Lethal. Holy shit. That's eerie. Oh, now I can't unsee that. I mean, this guy could be like a good guy type meme. He could also be a douchebag type meme. Dude. No, I can't, Dagroff. You don't understand. This is important. And if you don't appreciate my feelings, then you should just go. I know, Game Speaker, he really does. Alright. Let's go ahead and go back to the gameplay. So, what can you tell me about this settlement? Anything you want to know, I'd say, and I'm not too busy right now, so feel free to ask. You know, some innkeepers, want you to buy something from them. And then there's this guy. He's a good guy. So, what's going on with the wind tower? Oh, Dagroff, don't worry. Lethal knows how I feel. I did spend the first third of December with him. I completely missed that dialogue, buddy. It's the gift God granted to us. It's the gift God granted to us. Our divine blessing. We would have no power without it. No hot water, no light. Our ancestors were lucky to find this place. Maximilian does... I can't stop that. Does his job, and we can't complain too much about it. Sometimes we disagree, but at least he keeps this place safe and well stocked. Have any problems here? Well, will we manage to survive? How'd you get the inn? Father built it many years ago. At the second floor. His wife. Cook and serve. Okay. In safety? Yeah. Okay. Cool. I'll stop bothering him. And I don't think I need to buy food, because we did find a bunch and I took a little bit of damage for it. Let's go ahead and approach this girl sitting alone with a... Bye-bye, game speaker. You approach the girl and notice she's actually reading an old dirty book instead of an old dirty book. She noticed you and raised her eyes. May I help you with something? Nothing, just that it's strange to see someone reading these days. I know I was lucky to have a good teacher. Books are a perfect distraction from our boring lives. I agree, assuming you have the right book for the right moment. That's exactly my current problem. I'm running out of books so badly I'll soon be desperate to just read instruction manuals. I've been there as a kid. I've been there. Hello, Woo Bear. Alright, we're gonna hypnotize this lady with her vampire eyes. We're not actually a vampire. What can you tell me about your father? Oh, okay. She's the daughter of the leader of the Wind Tower. Okay. Who are you? Jane, the boss's daughter. You may think that I have an easy life, but someday I'll be the one in charge, and I don't know if I'll ever be ready for that day. Well, bye. It was fun. Good talk. You have yourself a good day. Let's go to the local marketplace. Ask the locals about the Wind Tower. Try to touch... Excuse me. Sorry. I asked Fluffy, obviously to appease the daughter. What do you mean don't want more drama? We could always use more drama, Chad. Come on. You see a man... Oh my god. Give me a moment, I'm sorry. I love the artwork in this game. Where do we even begin? From the large aviators to the ruddy nose to like that derpy, like cocky grin on his face. Say you man who wants to talk to you. Hey you, if you have some questions, come here. I'll give you the answers you seek. Alright. Who are you? Me? I am Benedict, the only guy who can... Benedict, huh? Who can keep the tower running. I don't have much work, unlike the others, but they desperately need me. So no one complains too much. What exactly do you do to keep the tower functioning? Well, I can't do a lot without proper tools, but at least I can keep it working. The people here have no technical knowledge whatsoever and worship the tower like a divine relic. To cite Plump Helmet Punk here, he's got what we need. I mostly pretend to work. Oh, yeah, I know how that works in bureaucracy. The tower doesn't actually need a lot of maintenance. 5 years ago, I came here and I offered to make some improvements to it. The people were so grateful that they allowed me to stay. Well, what exactly can you do? Like, where did you learn about that? I was born in a settlement where some of the old scientific knowledge managed to get preserved. I learned a lot about mechanics and electronics, so I just had to apply that knowledge to the tower. Neat. What can you tell me about the tower? A wonderful legacy of the old world. It's a miracle this thing can still produce electricity, really, if you consider all the other broken wind farms around here. It's not currently working at its maximum capacity, but that doesn't matter. The settlement is small and it doesn't need much power. Had to vigorously itch my nose there. Well, who's in charge? Maximilian is our leader. He's a decent person. He's able to keep everyone together. He's not the best choice, but not the worst one either. Well, what can you tell me about the settlement? The people here worship the tower like a sacred artifact, which I confess I find rather strange. But apart from that, they're decent folk and... Alright. Something about a cult? Yeah, I mean, people here set up a cult around the tower and worship it? Precisely, but it's nothing elaborate. They believe that the tower is a gift from a god, a blessing. They hold mass now and again. They praise the scholars and what have you. How is the settlement founded? Different legends? Someone discovered this field full of wind towers and managed to give one of them the function. That may have only happened a long time ago when information was better available. You see any well-armed people around here with guns and horses? A group around like that. Buy supplies a few days ago. You can ask the weapons trader. He bartered with them. You see many travelers around here? Alright. Many hunters come here to sell their best game, but they do grow food in the greenhouse. Okay, cool. Oh, it was fun, Benedict. It was great to have a chat. Oh, Mr. Weapons Trader. I like the halo effect that he's got, like, around him. You know, because, like, the sunlight is not being fully cast, like, on his back, but sort of, like, on the side wrapping around his back. I'm just sort of, like, gushing over the artwork of this game now. I've not felt this way in some time. You enter a particularly well-built brick house. Inside, you see an old man surrounded by innumerable weapons placed on tables and shelves all around the store. He raises his eyes and greets Jerome. How are you, old man? Not too bad, mate. Not too bad.
I'm so happy to see you. What brings you here? I thought you decided to leave the Vale some time ago.
We had a little problem, which is the reason why we're here. I think you could help us with this one.
Sure, feel free to ask about anything you need. Except weapons, you'll have to pay for those.
Don't worry, you greedy bastard. We just need information. We were attacked by some bandits several days ago. They captured us and brought us along. After that, they wanted to hand us over to some fancy equipped fuckers that came completely out of nowhere. I can assure you I have never seen people with such gear. Take care, Pure Black Haze. Take care. This stuff will all be uploaded to YouTube sometime next week. They had high-tech stuff. They weren't just some random bandits. I suspect they belonged to a mercenary group.
Mercenaries, you say? Well, it's hard to find mercenaries around here, but I may know the man who could lead you to them. He goes by the name of Fang. He's quite the loner, but we kind of became friends, and he always pays me a visit when he's here at the Wind Tower. I warn you, though, those mercenaries sound dangerous, and chasing them doesn't look like the best of ideas to me. Anyway, you will find Fang south of here. He lives alone in a hut. Here, let me show you it on the map. Well, at least we have a lead to follow now. Thank you very much, Robert. Not a problem. Now, is there something else I can do for you? So, we'll talk about the settlement. And I would like to see some more gameplay, but I'm just sort of, like, enjoying, like, the scenery. The atmosphere of the game. I do like it. Ask about the wares. Pretty much everything from simple blades to the best guns. In fact, I bet that the weapon you're searching for is somewhere in my shop. Alright, what do you got, boss? Got heavy clothes? Of course, we already have some of those. Got a revolver. Got a small but reliable pistol. Got an axe. Got another crude bow. Got a submachine gun. Got military clothes. Warm and resistant. Although the defense is not much higher compared to heavy clothes. So that's a thing. I'm not exactly sure what I should buy here, due to my ignorance with the game. I still do not like the white highlighting beneath the white text. Okay. Of course, the economy is purely in bullets. Here, and we don't exactly have a whole lot of bullets. I'm not exactly sure where they... Oh, I've also selected all these items. Alright, so the screen works a little bit like that. I've just been clicking on items to sort of see how good they were. There we go. Local economy is, so we might just sort of leave trading alone. I think. Might trade away this old pistol. Might maybe grab an axe. It's a possible idea to grab an axe, although I think that might actually be a tool. Yeah, it looks like a tool rather than, because it doesn't have like a damage output or modify skill levels in any way. We'll see. Might be a tool like our Raven bars over here, excuse me. Yeah, we'll go ahead and pick this up. Sure, we might also want to grab some fuel. Doesn't look like we can, actually. He doesn't have any fuel to spare. He just has bullets. And he also has some medicals. How much do those cost?
Alright, let's go ahead and buy some medicine. Alright. Alright, no, it is a weapon. Good. Hey there, how's it going? Axe does have 1.8 damage. It does. Oh, you're right. Wow, I completely missed that. Maybe it's because it was the mod and skill melee I'm missing. Maybe it just modifies and improves my melee skill. That's possibly true. Tool trader. You approach the house and note the auspicious sign hanging above the door. It says shitty tools. I like the flavor of this game. So, what do you sell here at Shitty Tools? Ah, a sign that I bought from a stranger who knew how to read and write. Actually, your sign says Shitty Tools. I don't think it's helping you much with sales. The guy is surprised and angry at the same time and starts talking in a louder tone. What, are you serious? That prick lied to me. At least now my father is less likely to discover that I will just hide it and tell him it was stolen. He searches around his wares and hands you a lockpick. Thanks, stranger. You're the only one who's told me the truth. Take this. I'm glad he believed me, instead of being like, no, you're lying to me, get out of my shop. Oh, man. Shitty Tools. That's great, though. That was awesome. I like that detail. Oh, man. He's new to the business. His old man has given him a hard time. He's never satisfied. Let's see what he's got here at Shitty Tools. Alright, we probably grab a torch. Oh, man. There's so many possibly useful knickknacks here. Gosh. As an adventurer, you know, as someone who's played a lot of venturing games, I kind of want to carry around everything, you know? Like every possible little damn knickknack I can, right? Huh. Durability 3, durability 1, but this one doesn't have a green bar, and this one does have a green bar. They're both the same value. This one's more valuable, so it has to be good, right? And I'll probably bring a torch around, too. Maybe a hammer? Hammer can deal a bit of damage. Damage. I think I'll buy some stuff from this guy. I don't know if I'll sell a lockpick, though. I don't know how much I might go through those. I think I'll keep it on rope. Yeah, we'll buy a grappling hook, and we'll buy a hammer. And I will sell to you this knife, sir. And I'll have to pay you 21 bullets. I'll buy a few units of fuel from you, actually. I'll get rid of half my bullets. Maybe I won't. I can get rid of some electrical parts. That's what I should do. Ah, even trade. Even Steven. Hey, Jack. Oh, Jack. You got a pro name. Did you win it through like a giveaway? How's it going, man? I think that's all of our business taken care of here. Spent quite a bit of time in that town. So the inventory as it currently exists. Oh, good, we can actually wield the gun in the hand, or it's there. It's fine. Got our hammer. Got a grappling hook. Got a crowbar. Got several lockpicks. Got a variety of other knickknacks. I probably could have gotten rid of these rest of the words. Sorry. Am I gonna need another set of clothes? Hopefully not. Oh, okay. Cool. Am I accidentally moving? I might have accidentally moved a little bit there. So let's see. It looks like we got 2 pens here. One of them is for this Find the Church. The next one is Wolfpack Meet Robert's Friend. And I think meeting the friend was going south, and this was the option. Yeah, this looks like a church. I'll tell you what, I'm interested in going to see the church. Let's go see the church, everyone. Hey, why not, right, Jack? Now you earn double experience points. It's a day just like any other, and you keep trudging through the snow. But the weather starts to change rapidly. Storm is coming, and you better find shelter before it strikes. We must hurry, we don't have much time. You start walking faster in a desperate search for decent shelter, but there are no buildings anywhere in sight. Snow starts to fall, and just a few minutes becomes thicker and thicker. Your visibility drops considerably, till you're barely able to spot what's a few yards away. Hey there, Zerfall. April, where are you? April's voice is weak and distant. You can barely understand what she says. I'm here, I'm coming, I just stumbled on a rock. Chief, I'm going to find her. I won't leave her alone in the storm. We can't split up. We're all going to look for her. No, take the others to safety. Just light a big fire. We'll find you. Carlos starts running and disappears into the falling snow. You continue walking, hoping to find some place to wait out the blizzard, but each new step gets progressively harder, and your feet keep sinking into the snow. Your face is frozen by the cold wind, and your body is now completely covered by the snow. If you don't find shelter soon, you'll die. A sudden gust of wind throws you to the ground, and you hit your head on something metallic. Piercing pain overwhelms your head, and your sight fades for a few seconds. Stand up, please stand up, don't die here. Eva is tugging at you, and you immediately recover your senses. After a brief moment, you finally manage to stand up again, but you're unable to see anyone. The group is completely scattered, and you are alone with Eva. Cool, Zerfall. Cool. Glad you're okay. Did you see where the others were headed? Alright. Great work. Let's go. Please hold my hand. I don't want to get lost in the storm. Alright. Sure, let's go. You keep moving forward. When you finally stumble across a guardrail, you also spot a badly damaged fence close by. I guess we'll follow the fence. You follow the fence, and after a while you spot a big wooden building. It's not the best shelter in the world, but it's better than nothing. Let's go ahead and enter the building. You finally managed to find shelter. It's not a place where you could live happily ever after, but having even a little protection from the furious storm is better than staying outside, waiting to die of frostbite. The place is cold, and you'll need to light a fire if you want to survive long enough. Eva is shaking badly and is barely able to speak. I am so gold. Hold on, I'll try and light a fire as soon as I'm sure that we're safe here. I'll wait here, just make it quick. You set up a campfire using the few useful items you find around. It will not last long, but it will hopefully suffice until the storm abates. You sit by the small fire with Eva, your entire body frozen to the bone, desperately craving the heat. Some warmth finally starts to flow into your hands, and your muscles slowly stop trembling. Some time passes, and the storm finally ends, leaving clear sky behind. You feel the temperature rise. Now you only need to rejoin with your companions. Eva doesn't seem too healthy, but at least she's alive. She stands up and puts her backpack on. I'm ready to go. Let's find the others. You're gathering your things when you notice a smoke column rising toward the sky. At least someone has survived. It takes a while to reach the place, but finally you see a big pyre burning in front of an isolated house. You see Demetra throwing some wood into the flames. Hug it is better than a fire for recovery. You want to warm up slow, not fast for frostbite. Look, this is where the game took us. Okay? It's where the game has spirited us away, and I waited. I checked to make sure the house was safe. That's fair, Tin Man, right? I was waiting for you, glorious leader. Nice to see you. Is everything okay? I'm more than fine. I found this nice house. It was full of furniture that I was able to turn into heat. Where are the others? I don't know, my guidance. The storm scattered us like snowflakes. If we're lucky, they're alive and walking towards this fire as we speak. You suddenly hear a distant scream, and as you focus on the sound, you clearly recognize the word, help. Listen, We killed a deer with an excellent, superb shot to the head, okay? Using our bow and arrow, alright? It was absolutely masterful and skilled, okay? This game knows exactly what it's talking about. Did you hear that? You start running towards April's voice, and after a few seconds you're able to see what has happened. A building has collapsed, and Carlos is trapped inside. Alright, Death, how you doing back there in the background, buddy? Hope everything's okay. Hope you don't need to visit us today. Alright, you have yourself a good day now, Death, you hear? Thank God you're here. Carlos went inside to do a quick check of the place, and the damn roof collapsed on its head. You hear Carlos's voice coming the rubble. I hate this whole world. Come on, let's get him out of there. Yeah, that would be very nice of you. We've got about 20 minutes left that we're going to be playing at this game. It's called ICY. It's got a flavorful aesthetic to it. I bought it a year and a half ago. This is my first time playing it due to just how busy I have been over the past year and change. Pretty enjoyable thus far. Has a wintry apocalyptic feel to it. You're in noise, and when you turn to seek its source, you see Mobo running towards you. What's going on here? Carlos is trapped into the rubble. This building looks old. It wasn't a smart idea to go inside right after a storm. The snow's weight caused the roof to cave in. Thank you, motherfucker. I'm glad you can lecture me on how stupid I am. Could you please get me out? Screw you, Carlos. I'm not the one who ignored reason and walked into a death trap. You're lucky to be alive. Please, guys, stop arguing. We have to save him. Mind, we need to be careful. The building is only partly collapsed, and we don't want to turn into Carlos's tomb. Yes, we need to act with prudence and a light hand. We'll waste half a day just getting him out of there. We're saving his life. It's not wasted time. I know, it's just annoying to spend time saving him from his own recklessness. You spend some time digging Carlos out, listening to Mobo's constant complaining and April's hysterical sobbing. More than an hour passes before Carlos is finally free. Oh God, are you okay? Carlos limps to a rock and sits on it, holding his right leg with his hand. Yeah, I'm fine. Thanks, guys. Can you walk? It's not that bad. Just give me a few minutes and I'll be on the move. Why did you enter that place? It was completely dangerous. Look at this wood. It's completely rotten. Shut up. We've been moved to our places. I was just unlucky, that's all. Unlucky? You were an idiot. We were scattered around. You simply decided to go check it out. That's just stupid. Go to hell. Do you think you are some sort of wise man? This isn't the right moment. We need to get going as soon as possible. If you want to continue with this childish spat, wait until we make camp. Mobo just looks at you in silence and nods before walking away. Carlos stands up and walks away, trying to hide the pain this causes him. I didn't start it. I don't want to continue it. Let's go back and take our belongings. Your group starts packing up, and in a few minutes you're ready to go. There's some tension in the air, but no one's arguing anymore. Whew. Intense. Intense. Okay. How's the group doing? Doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. Let's keep going. This church might end up being the final major thing we end up checking out. I don't know. Don't know how long the church will take. I am enjoying the events of this. If Fluffy, we mind. Or hell, I might just settle down and play this fucking locally and never share the rest of its gems with any of you. I'm definitely enjoying this. I'm glad I bought it, and I'm glad I carved a space of time to play this. The ancient church is not hard to spot. It's probably the most beautiful building you've ever seen, even despite the damage brought on by time. Look at this place. That's got to be one of the biggest buildings I've ever seen. This church was a sacred ground. Let's hope that people have shown a little respect to the house of our Lord. They can't respect other people. How do you expect them to respect beauty or holiness? There are some really religious people out there, you know. Yeah, I met a lot of them. The big wooden door stands in front of you, slightly ajar. The door is ajar. Nothing but silence comes from inside. I guess we're going in there, boss. You go through the doors and are immediately hit by the stench of rotten flesh. Despite its sorry state, the church is still quite beautiful, and its colorful windows allow some light inside the building. This place stinks of carrion, and I'm afraid we'll soon discover why. Jerome looks around for a moment. Did you hear that too? The place seems safe and silent, but the lighting is poor, and you can't really see if there's any danger ahead of you.
I have a torch, damn it. I guess we'll try and make some noise to see if something happens. You start beating on the ground with a stick. After a few seconds, you hear some faint noises coming from the darkest depths of the church. Hey there, Rocket Bear. This is called ICY. This is a flavorful sort of like text game. It says like a post-apocalyptic icy wasteland. Oh gosh, sort of like one of those like zombie survival type games. Only instead you're trying to survive a post-apocalyptic wintry wasteland. I never played it before. Spent about an hour and a half into it. I really like the art style and aesthetic of the game. Music's not much though. Yeah, like this wintry howling sort of atmosphere. But there's survival management, there's like some inventory management, and there's a story that the game has set us in thus far. I bet most nomad families die because of evil things skulking in the darkness. I'll be playing this for about another 17 minutes or so. Damn darkness everywhere. The ancients relied too much on their lights. I think this church was built before mankind discovered the miracles of, like, yeah, it is a visual novel type style. You have your own, like, skill set. Like, you create your character and you gain experience. So it has role-playing game aspects to it as well. And your skills and your attributes clearly influence what options will be available for you to pick. We've seen some things pop up that were based on my character's like mental aspect, for instance. And we've made a number of speechcraft checks. There's even combat, almost like it's sort of like a game book, you know? Like one of those old school game books like Lone Wolf where you throw the dice and see how well you can progress. It has that vibe to it. I really do like the aesthetic of the game, and the gameplay is fairly enjoyable. I think this church was built. Let's go ahead and inspect the pews. Take a closer look around. There are many bones scattered about. Most of them. It has this old historical vibe to it too, as if like there's like remnants of like old technology, almost like a 40K vibe. Like there was some sort of apocalypse or calamity that happened a long time ago that people have sort of forgotten about. But there's still remnants of like ancient technology and like powerful weaponry and like environmental suits that are perfectly able to handle the winter. But for most folks, they're just eking around. And like this, I mean, it's not like, you know, like, of course, like 40K set itself. It just has like that feel like a world where you're seeing this awkward marriage of like high-powered tech and the nomadic lifestyles. There are bones everywhere. Let's take what we came here for and leave as fast as we can. Let's go. You start walking towards the pedestal. We're currently raiding an old church right now for some holy relics. Because there's like a town that worships a wind tower, like a wind power plant that's generating electricity for them. And they want like some wintry artifacts because they attribute the working of this wind power plant not to science, but to God. And so they want some more holy relics from like a church that's a few days away to like, I don't know, facilitate the whole religious aspect. It's a whole like a deification of technology. And a complete ignorance of how it really works. This time everyone hears them, and it becomes clear there's something bigger than rats inside the church. We're unable to spot whatever it is. Did you hear that? That sounded something big. Big and hungry. Keep your weapons ready. There could be a mutant around here. You turn your attention back to the pedestal, and what you see is strange. There are various objects on the altar, and they seem to have been used recently. The makeshift shrine is mostly composed of what you're searching for. When you're about to touch a beautifully decorated Bible, you hear something monstrous growls. Some monsters coming for the shadows. Do we have, like, mutants or Xenos we need to purge here? Like, what are we looking for? Oh. I have a torch. I don't have a flamethrower, though. No flamer. Demetra throws her torch into the darkness, lifting the shroud from the horror hidden within. 3 mutants are staring at you with expressions of pure rage, and you can see more of them moving in the shadows. Holy fuck, they're everywhere. It's hard to judge their numbers. We need to exterminate this entire church right now. But there are at least a dozen of the beasts lurking in the blackness. The main path leading out of the church is blocked. What are they? God-worshipping mutants? Why would they care about some crosses? This place was built to impress people by reminding them of God's omnipotence, and they are more human than you think.
The mutants are not attacking you. They just keep making inhuman sounds and glaring at you, as if threatening you to leave the objects untouched. Oh, man. I think I'm going to have to leave this up to, like, a poll for my viewers. We certainly do have explosives. How do we handle mutants? Go ahead and create this poll. Leave it to be a 2-minute poll. Run away. Throw an explosive. Fight them. Grab shinies. Set the place on fire. Shoot the mutants. You know, we haven't encountered them up to this point, but I just have this feeling that that mutants just need to be purged and burned. I mean, I'm not like a feels-good type person. They aren't attacking us, but they clearly are associating themselves and their lives with like these religious icons, which we could grab and turn in exchange for food and profit. And I do just have that Warhammer mentality. You know, I've been a mutant sympathizer before in the past, but look at our primary character here. Look at those vampire eyes, right? Could you trust those eyes? No, that man burns every mutant he sees. He's like a member of the Inquisition. He's like an acolyte right there. Exactly, Rocket Bear. They're trying to use, like, tax exemptions. It's tragic. So... Vote here is fairly divided. As I expected, there are a whopping 6 options. So it's definitely no surprise. That is certainly a reasonable thought, Zerfall. I'm thinking that'll be true as well. We might also harm ourselves by setting the entire church on fire, right? But some things are more important than recovering these religious items, right? Also, it is raining immensely heavy outside now. Great. It does, right? Boy. Ah, vote is pretty damn well divided here. Folks having to get out of bed, crawl out of bed chat just to look and access the poll. But just barely, setting the place on fire has won out over throwing an explosive. Wasn't really a whole lot of action for all the other ones, so gonna have to burn this place now. The incendiary bomb creates a rapidly spreading conflagration, fueled by all the bones in trash on the ground. The mutants seem scared by the fire and start retreating. You now have some time to decide what to do. We're gonna make this a smaller poll, folks, a shorter poll. "30 seconds, but figure I'll just kick that and ask. So do we care about just grabbing the loot here and leaving while this massive horde of like dozens are scared away? Do we want to shoot into the group? Because we do have guns. We have some bullets, but we also have like bow and arrows. Or do we just want to thrust ourselves fully into this without a care in the world? Alright, chat seems pretty damn unified on taking the objects and running here. Okay. But you gotta cleanse the world of this heresy here. Alright, fine. Fine, we won't cleanse the world of heresy, jeez. Hello again, game speaker, for like the 3rd time. We'll take the objects and run. You hear the mutants scream as you put the objects in your backpack. They're probably too scared to attack you. That fear won't last long. So we can try to fight our way out or go into the inner rooms. So some concern here that I'm thinking of by going into the inner rooms is that we don't really know the layout of this building, so we can end up getting trapped and painted into a corner. Whereas here we actually know where the escape is, and while they're still spooked by the fire, we can make a dash out for the escape we know. Chat is pretty damn well divided on this one, though. And as I noted, if there is a tie in the poll, I will roll a die to determine it. I know, Rocket Bear. I know, damn it. Okay. Looks like we're going to be fighting our way out. Game Speaker, this game is called ICY. It's sort of like a game book style game set in a post-apocalyptic wintry wasteland. Escaping through a horde is impossible without fighting, even if you weaken the mutants. Combat is inevitable as you eventually become surrounded. Alright, they attack us to protect their treasures. We're decent at melee fighting. We've got a little bit of damage that we've sustained here, but we're gonna damn take it to them by engaging them in melee fights. And they have very poor morale after what we've done to them. Companion is getting attacked by a mutant, and we're gonna defend our companion with a bow. Shit. I thought I'd fire into melee there, you know. I'm pretty good with bow, more so than I am with melee. 2 mutants are right ahead of you, eager to kill you. Let's try and use our bow archery this time. Character ain't so good at archery these days. But thankfully the enemies have ran away from us and the fight is over. The few mutant survivors run away, and you're finally able to take the sacred objects without disturbing you. I know, worst archer ever. It's tragic. My character is better at, at archery, like the best at archery compared to any of his other combat skills. What a shameful display that was. Isn't the place still on fire? You know, I think so too. I think I'm just gonna leave this place. You quickly go out of the church, but don't loosen up before you finally leave it far behind you. I mean, look at this guy. I mean, I know, the melee weapon, that we bought, is technically making him better at melee, but damn it, he grew up as an archer. He headshotted a deer for hunting. Come on, man. And there you go, just firing wildly across the board. You're a terrible vampire, and no one loves you. Let's go ahead and return this stuff. I don't know whether we'll heal slowly over time or not, or whether I'll actually have to burn through my medicals. We're slowly losing food, and we lose a unit of fuel every night. If we run out of fuel for our fires, we'll start taking hit point damage. Your sleep is once more haunted by strange dreams. You dream about yourself again at a different time and place, a place made of metal and electric lights. Our character's backstory is pretty vague, but the old village we used to be a part of before it got attacked by bandits apparently wasn't our original home, and we came from somewhere beyond there that hasn't really been fully revealed, and our character seems to have forgotten. Hey, wake up. They gave us a new task. A man is talking to you. He looks familiar. Again? This is happening more and more often. Yeah, I know, but we have to go. You see a woman entering the room and smiling at you. Just wake up and prepare yourself. The vision suddenly disappears. You're now weak and aching, capable of seeing only white and gray, and you feel like you're freezing. You wake up, sweating and breathing heavily. That's not a bad tent, actually. Damn. We got a pretty good tent, everyone. Man, it's good to be the chief. Look at that tent. It's a beautiful artwork there. I really do like the artwork of this game. There's been some character portraits who are gone past that I've really enjoyed. I know. Ugh. It's awful, especially with how cold it is out there. All the sweat just, freezes your body. It's communal tent. No, it's the chief's tent. It's fine. Alright, we'll go ahead and meet the local leader again. Oops. No, I think you enter a big building. It looks like I accidentally clicked on the tavern. Let's try this again. The local leader, Maximilian, lives in a big house not too far from the tower. You ring the bell by the door, and after a minute or so, he comes over to welcome you. Greetings, traveler. How can I help you? I have retrieved some sacred objects from the church. Good. Let me see what you've got. That's actually a lot of stuff, and everything you got is really nice. I can give you 100 bullets for it. I think it's a good deal. It wasn't easy. We needed to face some mutants to get that. We risked our lives and barely escaped the place to begin with. I think it's worth more than 100 bullets. What a terrible haggle. Wasn't even a skill check based thing or anything. Looks like 100 bullets is what we got, folks. Anyway, if you're just joining, there's this wonderful character portrait right here with the aviators And that smug, like, half smile, like, half grin. He's a scientist. He's apparently the only person who knows enough about technology to maintain and repair the wind tower that everyone else just joins. Hey there, sheep. I know, he looks great, right? And this man right here has been my favorite of all the portraits I've seen thus far. This man is always having the best day of his life. He's the innkeeper. Like, there has never been an innkeeper in any, like, adventuring, like, role-playing game, any tavern you've ever gone to, that's ever been as cheerful or as amazing as that man is right there. I know, Fluffy. I know! I'm like, where the hell? Like, where's my joke at? I haven't visited the food trader here before. I think I might buy some food. I don't care much about his dialogue. We won't be playing this game for that much longer anyway. But I am interested in striking south and seeing what's there. So, we definitely do need some units of fuel. He doesn't have that to sell us. We're actually fairly good on food, come to think of it. Let's visit the tool trader. Oops. Alright, we need to buy some units of fuel. And, we'll go ahead and sell these electronic components we scavenge and pay 5 bullets. Bullets are the currency in this game, and they're like universal bullets or something. Whatever. Did I not buy that torch? I thought I bought a torch. Maybe we used the torch. Let's just grab it and grab the torch. You might have. Maybe that's why I couldn't throw the torch into the church. Whatever. How we doing on grenade-wise? Yeah, we used one of our incendiary Molotovs. Okay. Let's save this again. And, I know, universal bullets, right? Here's the Veil. I think the artwork is pretty in this game. It's like an enclosed valley, separated, of course, you know, got like the mountains over there off to the sides. Certainly has this cool vibe of like a lot more stuff to go and explore. There's a talk to your companions button, where you can talk to and like socialize with people. They seem to have like their own drama and problems that pop up and like their own sort of like personalities. And I imagine you could end up managing poorly and end up like losing some of your companions. Anyway, let's go ahead and check on down south here. This probably end up being the final area I visited this game. This morning. I have other things to get through on the schedule. You finally reached the place Robert told you about. There's a little house here with smoke coming out of the chimney. Okay, let's be careful. We don't want the guy to think we're a threat. And what if he's the real threat? Hey, look at how happy Carlos is, right? We will overcome him with our numbers, and then we will explain to him that we're not here to bring death. There's no need for violence. We'll just tell him that we're here to ask some innocent questions. Yes, questions. Innocent. Remember, ignorance is not only bliss, but it's safety. Forbidden lore, man. Don't worry. Oh, man. This is another cool-looking portrait. I really do like the art style in this game. Don't worry. If I thought you were a threat, I would be gone already. Startled, you turn to find a tall man looking at you, not too far from the group. Fang, I suppose? Correct. There's only one man who knows where I live, so Robert must have sent you here. I trust Robert. He's a good guy and he would never send a bunch of killers to my door. Of course you do, Bald Man Zerfall, but I need to ask you something. Why did Robert entrust you with such confidential knowledge? We used to travel together. He's an old friend of mine. Good, that means I can trust you at least a little. Now, will you tell me why you are here? We're tracking down some mercenaries, and Robert said you know more about them. Can we keep them? Okay, but I need something more to go on. A lot of people can be described as mercenaries. Some of our friends were kidnapped by a group of 3 people. They had incredibly high-tech equipment. 3 and well-equipped? Well, as far as I know, there's only one mercenary group that fits this description. The Wolf Pack. They couldn't have like a more exciting or riveting name. It's the Wolf Pack. Alright. They're skilled, armed, and dangerous. 3 years ago, they started walking around with the kind of high-tech gear that I'd never seen before in my life. They took some of our, like, companions who'd been, like, mates with us in, like, our village. They, like, drew blood from all of us and took those two and their children. We have no fucking clue why. Finding them is hard, but I might have something for you. Something that will help you find them. In exchange, I'll need to ask you a favor. What kind of favor? Let's not be defeatist about this whole thing. I lived alone for the last 5 years. Partly because I was able to... Yeah, so our little encampment, like, our whole, like, group village area got raided by bandits who were, like, slavers. And they carted us off to these super high-tech people who are apparently the wolf pack. And the wolf pack only wanted some of us. They weren't sure, like, who would be suitable, so they drew blood from all of us and ran tests and singled out who they wanted for whatever mysterious purpose. My horse died of a strange illness, and I can't survive my... You want to travel with us? Maybe we will keep him, Fluffy. What I'm asking for is kindness. I want to travel with you because without a horse, I will not survive for long. Why us? As I said, Robert's friends are my friends. The guy is the only decent person I've met in my life that's still alive. I know how to live on the White Wasteland, and I will help you with all your mercenary issues. But make no mistake, my offer stands only because I want to live another day. We have a deal? It's good to hear it. Now let's talk about the Wolfpack, and most importantly, how to find them. I saw them dealing with a local relic hunter at the junkyard a year ago. He likely knows more about them. But to find him, we'll need to ask one trader at the junkyard. They're partners, so she'll know how to get to him. So you have apparently like folks who specialize in the ancient like archaeology and the old tech before whatever calamity hit this world, struck this world. But that sort of knowledge is very scarce and difficult to come by. Like in like towns and settlements, you might have one person who's so gifted with that knowledge to be able to repair these items. I know it's not that much, but it's a lead and we should follow it. Eventually all the pieces will come together and we'll find the ones you're looking for. Sounds like we're going to travel all around the Vale. Well, Fang, welcome to our family. Take the time you need to pack your stuff, and then we'll head to the junkyard. Fang smiles slightly. Thank you. It will just take a couple of minutes. While Fang goes into his house, Jerome approaches you to talk. Well, I don't know how much we can trust him, but Robert's friends are usually decent people. I mean, just look at me. Would you deny that I'm the best old prick you've ever met? I don't know. Maybe you should try a little harder to really impress me. Oh, come on. I saved your life more than once. Jerome smiles in amusement. Next time you find yourself under a snowslide, I will let your body freeze. Anyway, we should keep an eye on him, just to be sure. After a few months, you see... A few months? Really, Grimith? Minutes, you see Fang coming out of the house. Smoke no longer billows from the chimney. Packed up and ready to go. Fang's house fades into the distance behind you, while all your companions get to know the new guy. So how good is the new guy at various combat things? Really good with the bow. Pretty good with the bow. Pretty good all around at combat. Best combatant we got. Yeah, best combatant we have. Fang. I do like the artwork. I'm interested in learning more about him. I know, Rugged Bear. Like, he doesn't really have an eye to spare, does he? Seems almost absurd to me, but what the hell do we know, right? Okay. Well, it was a pretty fun time spent with playing Icy here. But it's time to transition into an extended break for me to do some food and exercising. Maybe do another few giveaways before we move on and continue the itinerary down below. But Icy was pretty enjoyable. I'm glad I finally got around to sampling the game, and I expect it'll be something I end up returning to in the future. Definitely enjoyable for sure. Yeah.